Tuesday, March the 20th, the first day of the lockdown in Dunfermline due to coronavirus. Although it's Tuesday, there would certainly be a lot more people about the high street than there is today. Some shops are open for food and essentials, but it's pretty much a ghost town here. Near enough every shop here has its shutters down. And even some of the essentials are closed. And there's not going to be many visitors to the famous Abbey today, unfortunately, or indeed the next few weeks at least. Not a car in sight. (10 AM any day of the week, this would be full of passengers coming and going shopping. There are a handful of buses. It's gone from a normal service to a Sunday service to a restricted service in just a few days. Carnegie Drive is always busy during daylight hours, probably the busiest street in Dunfermline. Pretty much a dual carriageway. It's only just gone 10 AM and this is probably one of the few times you'll be able to cross this road without depending on the traffic lights. Tesco's, however, is still open. As you can see, it's really not all that busy. But people have got to eat. Indeed, some of the shelves are bare. Not surprisingly. Bruce Street, normally a hive of activity, and really, if it wasn't daylight, it would almost be the middle of the night here. Shadow of its former self. Even the city has closed its doors. Looking up Chalmers Street. Looking up Chalmers Street now. And this is, I will admit, an establishment I have been known to frequent. Shutters have been down for the last few days now. Can't even go in for a fried breakfast. And poor old Andy must be wondering exactly what's going on in his kingdom as he looks down upon it. Now I have to say the two play parks areas here are never normally that busy, to be honest, but at best there would be a handful of children there. And as you can see, absolutely deserted. It'll be a while before these swings go into action again. Scene of many a happy function and a few funerals, I suppose. It's going to be a while before there's any parties or wedding receptions in there again. Looking down towards the 4th. There are a couple of dog walkers out, which is allowed within the new restrictions. Hope you can just about see the bridges there. And of course, these guys have got to keep fit, haven't they? Otherwise, pretty much deserted. And there are actually a couple of police and evidence. I was half expecting them to be roaming the high street this morning and possibly tap me on the shoulder saying you can't video here, but it's not against the law yet. Another car park which is pretty empty. Normally shoppers park here, of course. And you can't even buy a famous Stephen's steak bridie. Even though it's a food shop, they decided to close their doors at 5 o'clock yesterday until further notice. Now, this particular restaurant in Chalmers Street did say they were going to stay open regardless of the circumstances until they were told they had to close, which is exactly what happened last night. So as you can see, Jack O'Brien's are no longer able to serve people at their tables. Nice to see the post still getting through. Probably a bill for Sharon anyway. Just hope my TV doesn't break down. Might be watching a fair bit of it. Who'd believe it's not even 11 AM yet? Not quite sure if Disco Deek has actually got the message yet. A well-known character around town. Oh, and here's a boys and boy coming. Better be careful here. You might get done for being in charge of a shopping trolley. Sun's actually coming out now. Not much use if you're trapped indoors, mind you. Like I said, post office closed also. Although it may be opening later, according to this sign. I'll tell you what, even the beggars aren't out. So they're not really homeless, you could argue. Although there's not enough people around to give them much money anyway. We'll see how many shops are open inside the main shopping centre now, the Kingsgate. Pretty deserted, it has to be said. This would be the busiest part of town at this time on a Tuesday or any weekday. M&S of course is open purely for food. I would imagine the upstairs department, clothes etc. won't be operating. As you can see, M&S isn't particularly busy, although there are some people round about. Other two, and it is only food that's open. Although to be fair, they are pretty well stocked, I have to say. I think we'll be okay for a couple of days here. Lights on, but they're closed. Good job it's nobody's birthday coming up for me anyway. Being a chemist, of course, boots are open, but I believe they have restricted hours and you've got to stand well back from the counter. At least the music's still playing. No pancakes today, I'm afraid. And of course, Starbucks. Again, this would be a busy place. The tables have been up in the chairs since the weekend, I think, since Saturday morning. So there won't be a lot of business going on here anytime soon. Again, quite a good meeting point in the town centre. Indeed, this section is cordoned off, so all the upper mall shops are clearly not open today. Poundland's training, thank goodness. Not too busy, it has to be said. Some people queuing up in here, although I think the mad. Open only for it's not doing a lot of business anyway, it has to be said. Nobody's about. Again, roundabout, centre of town, junction of Pilmuir Street and Carnegie Drive. This time of day, gone 11 o'clock, hardly a vehicle to be seen. Plenty parked cars. Bit fuck you. It really is becoming like a ghost town. Admittedly, there is a little bit of traffic going about. Down rather, quite a lot of shops now with shutters down. And now we know we really are in trouble. Last time I saw Dunfermline High Street as quiet as this would have been when I went for a walk on New Year's Day, around about this time, which is just coming up for midday. Everything stops for the coronavirus. Hopefully you can see that the Forth Bridge is there. I'm looking down in Europe, where I happen to live. Again, not a lot happening today at all. It's not going to be too many performances at the Alhambra Theatre in the near future, that's for sure. A few cancellations taking place. And hopefully we're not all doomed. It's certainly open to the public, but there's only a couple, as in the other park, which we call the Glen, a couple of dog walkers around at this particular time. I think that's going to be pretty much the norm from now on. One very quiet railway station. As with the buses, there are some trains running today. Again, following the buses, they are having a reduced service. I'm guessing that the 12:22 to Glenrothes is not going to be very busy today. There's only about 2 people in the railway station. What that tells you that most people are following the government instructions. So I've been chancing my luck a little bit today. There have been a few people kind of crossing roads, etc. when they've seen the camera. And I have got a bit of shopping in between filming, I must say. But maybe it's about time I followed the instruction and went home as well. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully, whether you live in Dunfermline or whatever town you live in, your streets and mine will be getting busier sooner rather than later. Thank you.